All right, hello everyone. My name is Brad Gossard with Checkered Flag Media. Obviously, due to the coronavirus, a lot of the racetracks have been shut down, races have been canceled, but I still want to do something in racing, and we're going to take this time to give you the opportunity to learn a little bit more about some people in the racing industry. Obviously, this is our first one, so we're going to start with someone local, someone I do have some experience with already. And joining us today is Brent Shue of Shue Designs, and interestingly enough, he's with Checkered Flag Media as well. So how's it going, Brent?
I'm doing good. Hanging in there, taking it day by day.
Good. Everything going all right with the coronavirus? No issues at home? Have you been working
Yep,
still?
we're good. Well, we just went back to work recently, so everything's going good on this side right now.
Good. Awesome, awesome. So I don't know if everyone knows, but you're actually the owner of Shue Designs. I'm one of the co-owners of Checkered Flag
Sir,
Media with my brother and I. But that's not your day job. So what do you do day to day when you're not at the races?
during the day, I actually build kitchen cabinets. I've been working there for about 3.5 years now. Started out just as a builder, then started running the CNC machine. It drills holes in the pieces of wood. And really now I'm starting to be the main guy in that department as well. So kind of working my way up through there. And it's a pretty good job. But of course, when it comes to weekends, I'm at the racetrack.
Of course, that's where we love to be. So that's awesome. So, all right, well, let's start right at the beginning. Let's talk a little bit about Shue Designs. So Shue Designs was actually your baby first, something you started. And after we started Checkered Flag Media, we kind of incorporated that into the entire company. But tell me a little bit more. How did Shue Designs get started? What were the ideas for it? How did all of it kind of come together in the beginning?
So Star Shoe Designs basically has to go back, probably back to high school. Of course, I went to high school with your brother Brady. He was a year ahead of me. We were friends, of course, as most racing fans do in high school. They sort of congregate together. Um, I would just, like in the study halls and stuff like that, of course, when you're supposed to be doing schoolwork, I would just be drawing up, I call them dream designs, designs for other drivers that I think would be looking cool on a car, designs for myself if I ever would get a car, just like that. Started doing them on computer, sent them to your brother, sent them to a couple of my friends, said, hey, check this out. And it was 2016, late 2016. Your brother Brady came to me, said, hey, I'm buying your car. And he said, would you want to do the design for it? And I said, absolutely. So I probably made about 10, 15 designs up for him with different color schemes and everything. Finally got one laid out. And he was having Darren Kaufman of Darren Designs wrap the car at the time because, of course, I was brand new to it. So sent everything out to Darren, get wrapped. In the meantime, I kind of thought, well, hey, I can start doing this and actually make a business out of this. So I came up with the name at the time. It was actually Shue Dirt Designs because my main real focus at the time was dirt racing. And I made this logo, started up like an Instagram page or something. When Bree went to pick up the car, when it got done wrapped from Darren, I went with him to go pick it up. We walk in the shop door, and the very first thing I see is his front wing, and there's the Shue Dirt Designs logo on there. And I thought, wow, okay, this is actually pretty cool. But that's basically where Shue Dirt Design started. There was just taking something that was a hobby and taking it from there.
Awesome. Well, I know I've seen personally the changes over time from where you started. And I'm not to saying your designs didn't look great then, but just the improvement from then to now has been astronomical. I know you've come a long way in a very short amount of time.
Thank you.
Can you walk me through how to go from Shue Dirt Designs, something with, like you said, you were just talking to my brother, giving him some ideas for his race car for his 270, to all the projects that you've done today. Kind of how did that evolve? How did it go from just Shue Dirt Designs to Shue Designs, and what's the story behind that?
Basically, it started getting to where I didn't want to be known for just doing dirt stuff. I wanted to be for basically anything. asphalt cars, just regular deep window stickers for on your regular passenger cars. I didn't want to be just pigeonholed into just dirt racing. So that's kind of why I changed the name. And really, it's grown to doing, again, just dirt race cars too. I've done some dirt bikes. I've done farm signs, like signs out the end of the lane of farm. And even just, like I said, regular window stickers that you see on the back of a car. After the tragic passings of Jason Johnson and Greg Honnett, we made decals up that we sold at the races, and 100% of the proceeds went to their families. So just things like that, really.
Pretty much whatever people need is what it sounds like.
Exactly.
So, awesome. Well, my next question was going to be, what types of cars do you wrap? But as you explained, you don't just do cars. But when it does come to race cars, we've seen that you've done a 270 for Brady. What are some of the other cars that you've done in different divisions that you've wrapped?
So right now, as far as divisions, we're still a little limited to what we've done. I'd personally do any kind of car, but right now we've basically been limited to just doing a lot of 270 micros, and I've also done a couple of 358 sprint cars. So that's basically, as far as racing, that's all we've done so far. But like I said, I'd love to do any kind of race car, or really any car for that matter. But as right now, it's just been micro sprints and 358s.
Awesome, cool. So can you tell me some of the cars that you've done for this 2020 race season come up? Obviously, we haven't gotten to see too many of them on the track yet, but which ones can we look for when we do return to racing?
So for this year, very first car we did this year was the 79S of Mike Stoppard. He's in the 270 micro sprint division. And that car is actually on display at the York Racing Show, and I think that one came out very nice. He was very happy with it. Next, we have Bobby Lamond and his 270 micro, number 47. We did his car last year. He came back this year. I was honestly very happy with how the car came out. Have a couple more 270s in the works. I have a dirt bike coming up, and I also have a 358 in the works. So, of course, once everything settles down and we can get back to racing, you'll be seeing all them out on the track.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. So I have a couple questions quick just to get to know you. So just shoot from the hip and give me the answer you come up with. So thinking about racing, what is your favorite racetrack that you've been to?
Favorite racetrack? I kind of really have two of them, and they're both really my home tracks. Lincoln Speedway, that's the first place I ever went to for a race, and it's really probably the closest one to me. Saturday nights, 9 times out of 10, I'll be going there, and there's a track I really want to get to. So it'd probably really be Lincoln. And the second one would be Trailways. I probably spent more time there, especially last year, than any other track. And especially with being part of Tracker Play Media and the Mason-Dixon 270 series, that's really grown on me there. So.
Absolutely. I love both of them, too, so you can't go wrong. So if you go to the races, if you had to choose pits or grandstands, where are you watching the race from?
Mostly pits, really. Of course, you can't beat the view from the grandstands at a lot of tracks, but most times I get stuck back in the pits. Whether helping you guys out with a race weekend, with the Mason-Dixon 270 series, I'm going to be back there a lot. Or even just hanging out back there with other teams. Most times I end up at least trying to lend a hand on another crew, because once you start getting back there in the pits and helping guys out, it's completely different than being out there in the grandstands.
All right. Well, I knew you were going to tell me pits. So if you had to be up watching a race, are you going to go with the grandstands or the infield?
I think it depends on the track.
All right. Let's say we're going to Lincoln Speedway. You said one of your
Lincoln
favorite tracks.
Speedway.
Where are you going?
Probably grandstands there. And the infield's nice there, but I just feel like you can miss a whole lot of stuff when you're in the infield. And I'd rather be up in the grandstands.
I understand. All right. So next question. If anyone is friends with you on Facebook or Instagram or has talked to you at all, they know the answer to this. But what is your favorite track food?
Can you see that again?
What is your favorite track food to eat?
Track food. I'd have to go with the cheesesteaks at Greenwood Valley Action Track.
I knew it. That's my favorite too.
There's nothing like them.
Not at all. Best track food I think I've ever had. That's saying a lot. All right. Let's switch gears a little bit. You're going to any racetrack you can or you want to. What is your favorite division to watch at the track?
It's hard to go against the 410 wing sprint cars. It's the most power out there, most popular in this area. I really personally love majority of the divisions out here. Most of them I'll sit and watch, but again, it's hard to go against 410s. They're the cream of the crop when it comes to racing and just sheer thrill. I put something out on social media every week. We were out at Williams Grove and we were in the infield up in the pits, and there was cars just going right past. There's nothing that beats that. Just that thrill that you get the car going right past you, especially those 410s. So I gotta go with 410s there.
I'd agree. The power is just unbelievable going past you. So something a little bit different. If you're at a race, would you rather see your favorite driver win but be a boring race? He wins by a landslide. Or maybe someone that's not quite your favorite or someone you don't really care for win, but it's a really exciting race.
I had to go through a really exciting race. Sometimes you get races where track wasn't the best. It's a single lane, and the leader wins by half a track. It's just, if it was my favorite driver, maybe I'd enjoy it a little bit, but I'd much rather see a race where guys are fighting tooth and nail for every single position, and it comes down to, say, the last lap or the last corner. That's, as a race fan, there's nothing better than that.
Mm-hmm. With that, I know you've wrapped a lot of different cars. You're friends with a lot of guys in the pits. But if you had to pick one, who is your favorite driver in any division? In that boring race, who's that one guy that's going for the win?
Oh, geez. I'd have to go with probably Neil Ansbacher, because he's really the reason that I really got into racing, and I'd always love to see him do well on the track.
Neil's a good dude. I like Neil. Oh. All right. Last hot take question here. What is your bucket list or bucket list of different tracks that you really want to go to? Which ones?
Definitely right off the bat, Eldora, Charlotte, and Knoxville. Those are just, I'd say, the crown jewel tracks that you gotta get to as a sprint car fan that I'm still working on getting to. So definitely those. Lernerville's another one. Which a lot of people might think, you live in Pennsylvania, how haven't you got to Lernerville? It's on the other side of the state. So, but that's definitely another one. That's another one I really want to get to. And I'm sure there's a couple others in there. I probably have a list, 5 or 10 pages long of tracks I want to get to. We'll see how many I do, but those are the main ones I really, really want to get to.
I think Checker Flag Media and Shue Designs are going to have to make a couple pit stops this year.
I think we're going.
If we get back to racing, we're going to have to get some new tracks
this year.
I think so. So, all right. One more question for you. What is your favorite memory from the races of all time? It could be at the track or away from the track, but in racing.
Favorite memory from the races. I'd go with probably the first night I ever was on a team. Is actually helping you out. You were the driver. First time I was ever running the pits. First time in a while that I'd been to Trailways, and I was like, I was just going there to really hang out with my friends. I didn't know really anything about 270 micros. Never seen them race before, and started helping you guys out. And I think you had probably like your best heat race finish, and then the feature that didn't go. That's gonna go so well.
No, that still hurts.
Still have a souvenir from that night hanging up in my room. But that's really kind of what got everything started. If it wouldn't have been for that, probably wouldn't be Shue Designs. It probably wouldn't be Checker Play Media. So probably that would be my favorite memories, is that first night helping you guys out.
Awesome. That's one of my favorite memories still. So, all right. Well, last thing for you, if people want to get in contact with you, they want a wrap, they want a design, they want any of the things that you can do with Shue Designs, how can they get a hold of you and get that process started?
Okay, well, you can find us on Facebook or Instagram at Shue Designs. If you don't have either of those, you can go on Checker Play Media's website. There is a page there for Shue Designs. Kind of shows you what we have, and I believe the email for Shue Designs is on there. If not, I'll add it on there. But that's basically the main ways that you can get a hold of us, or just contact Checker Play Media. We'll get you sent in the right direction.
All right, Brent. Well, thanks for joining us today. That's Brent Shue from Shue Designs. It's SHUE Shue Designs. Again, get a hold of us on Facebook, Instagram, website, anything like that. And looking forward to seeing you at the races. Hopefully, you and I can go back to the races sometime soon. Hopefully this year.
I hope so.
All right. Thank you, sir. Bye, everyone.
See you all, folks.